Hello, everybody. FAI here, or I here, and welcome back to another Don't Starve How to Survive series. And today might be a bit of a short series because we had to restart the Don't Starve How to Survive series due to me making a slight mistake and error during world generation because I forgot to add caves, and that was something that was important. At least I think I forgot to add caves, and that was something that was important to me to do. So I decided that because of the rigmarole of making mistakes, I ended up restarting. So I also decided that we should look at the Brain of Runts mod and see if it really was, something worth grabbing. Because there's a lot of people who really enjoyed this mod and have really praised it. But, to me, I've never been interested in so-called playing as a giant. While the idea of playing as a giant is cool, it is something that we are going to just take a small look at. Now, of course, there's Dragonfly, Bear Burger, Moose Goose, and of course, Deer Clubs. I decided that Bear Burger, at least to me, seemed like a good choice to start off with, just to see if he really is worth playing. Now, obviously, in my opinion, this is just the first impressions. I don't know much about the Rain of Runts map, except for each Rain of Run, or each run giant has their, so-called special move that they use as a giant. Of course, they are just a lot smaller than they usually are. Now, to me, I think that some of the things like the destructive powers that the giants have, like being able to, destroy, for instance, trees and stuff without ever having to use a tool and stuff, should have been something that I think could have been considered for each one of these giants. Because obviously many of them, except for maybe Moose Goose and I think Dragonfly, can technically destroy or at least have a chance of destroying or uprooting certain items and stuff. And while Deer Clubs is one of the only few characters who can act like a hammer, for say, without ever needing a hammer, I think, someone like Bear Burger should have had his charge move to use as a way of, being able to, in general, uproot or destroy trees and stuff without having to necessarily need the, tools to basically, chop these things down and stuff. But, that's just my personal preference. Again, I don't know much about the, the Rain of Runts mod. I don't know how much of this has really affected the Giants in a way. But, as far as, survival towards winter, you guys kind of know the idea. But if you don't know the idea, then allow me to give you a basic overview of what you need and what you should do when going into winter. First and foremost, gather as much twigs, grass, and, berries or, twigs and grass as you can. One stack ought to do you enough for a while. Of course, gather logs. I would say 40 logs would give you enough. And gather flint whenever you can. I say start off with 4 flint so that you can at least build your basic tools, aka the axe and the pickaxe. And then, of course, chop logs down if you need them for fires and stuff. And gather food when it's necessary. But, with that having been said, those are the basic overview of your startup for winter survival. The next thing to make long-term winter survival is to, of course, gather up berry bushes and grass tufts, and then, of course, saplings or twiggy trees. In the case of grass tufts and berry bushes, I would only recommend about 20 or so berry bushes entirely. Because, let's face it, if you're just doing solo survival, you can survive off 20 berry bushes alone. That should give you plenty of food to not only last you in spring, but also last you through winter. I know some people who go overboard with gathering as many berry bushes, as many grass tufts, as many saplings or twiggy trees as they can. But to me, that's just kind of a dumb move. In my opinion, survival doesn't mean being over prepared. If you have, for instance, 40, 50 berry bushes, you're never going to be able to utilize all those berry bushes. You're never going to be able to utilize all that food. All that food just goes to waste. And in my opinion, there's no reason to have that much wasteful food. Same thing with like grass tufts and saplings or twiggy trees. Just because you have all of that doesn't mean you're going to be able to use it all or utilize it all. So, in general, when it comes to a solo survival, especially in Don't Starve Together, 20 berry bushes ought to last you more than enough time to get you everything you need to be done. And same thing with like trees and, saplings or anything like that. Only get the essentials. You don't need to have an overabundance of, food and stuff. And I've seen this so often with many Don't Starve players, is they go way too overboard with how many grass tufts, how many berry bushes, how many saplings, how many all these other things, chests and whatnot that they have, and then it's like they never even look in all of them, or they never even utilize all of them. So, in general, there's no reason to utilize all of that stuff, or have all that stuff, without, necessarily thinking, oh, well, maybe I don't need all of this to survive. I mean, again, that's the main mistake that I see a lot of times in Don't Starve. It's just players go way too overboard with grabbing every single item they need, thinking, oh, I need this, oh, I need that, oh, I need this, oh, I need that, or, it's like, yeah, maybe you could use all that, but you probably don't. So, like I said, with that having been said, just kind of keep to the basic things, the basic idea, the basic necessity of items that you need, and only get as much as you could probably use. But, with that being said, that's the basics of winter survival. After that, it's finding where you're going to base, where you're going to plant your base. As you can see, I found the mosaic biome, which is a great area that I like to utilize for, of course, getting items and getting all my basic startup-based items going. But, yeah, that's basically it for winter survival. Now, as far as Reign of Runts goes, which is probably one of the biggest praised mod workshop items in Steam right now. I don't know. It's okay, I guess. Obviously, I think that it could be something that could be used for, for good. But, I don't know, honestly. I think, in general, the overall look of Reign of Runts, I don't know. It's something that I have to look into more. But, impression-wise, if you like playing the Giants, or you always wanted to play a Giant or something, then, yeah, Reign of Runts has a pretty good, decent, thing to run with. But, with that being said, this is, like I said, going to be a short video, just to kind of get a good look at Reign of Runts, and at least my first impressions of Reign of Runts, as well as the overview of your basic your first autumn survival. So, what do I think of Reign of Runts? I think it's okay. I think it's definitely an idea for some people who really want to play as the Giants of their choice, who really want to just see what it's like if they can survive as a Giant. Now, could there be changes? Absolutely. Do I know these changes at the moment? No. But as I'm playing more of Reign of Runts, I could probably lay out some ideas of changes that I would like to see. Maybe also ideas of future things if this developer is still going through the idea of, updating and, changing up how this Reign of Runts mod works, or Reign of Runts workshop item works. But yeah, with that having been said, hopefully this has helped you with maybe deciding, or at least getting a somewhat idea of my thoughts on Reign of Runts. This is not a full review of the Reign of Runts workshop item yet. I just wanted to give you my first impressions and my thoughts on Reign of Runts as of the moment. So with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me on this video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, get subscribed, hit the bell notification because I know you want to know when my next video drops next. Hopefully you will be seeing a update on my thoughts on the Reign of Runts workshop items soon. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me. Again, thank you for watching, and until the next one, everybody, I'm live on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/FA_EYE or I. I'm live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for about 4 to 5 hours. Wednesdays and Saturdays usually are when I'm live for about 4 to 5 hours. Thursdays are usually a 2 to 3 hour shorter stream, and Monday and Tuesday I'm also live, usually for about 2 to 3 hours. But with that being said, usually I'm doing stuff for competitive or, Fortnite. But, sometimes there's also a retro game or something else at it. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for watching this video. And until the next one, everybody, this is FAI or I signing out and saying farewell, everyone.